Hello my dear friends, welcome back. In today's video, I am going to talk about the two mRNA vaccine, the one from Pfizer BioNTech and the other from Moderna. But before we talk about them, let's understand what are mRNA vaccine. Basically, vaccine works by training the immune system to recognize the foreign particle faster and thus neutralize it. To train the immune system, the foreign particle is introduced inside our body but in various forms. For example, the virus can be inactivated and then introduced in our body, as in case of Covaxin. Or the specific part of the virus, for example, the spike protein in case of SARS-CoV-2 can be genetically engineered on some common cold-causing virus and let the immune system recognize the spikes. This is done by Oxford vaccine and Sputnik V. Or RNA with specific instruction can be introduced in our body which will produce spike protein of the virus and thus our immune system will recognize the spike protein, like in case of Moderna and Pfizer BioNTech. So, ultimate goal is to make the immune system recognize the spike protein of SARS-CoV-2 through which it enters our body. So, the immune system will be trained and produce antibody and keep a memory so that when the actual virus attack, our immune system will be ready with weapon. In case of RNA vaccine, the mRNA is introduced into the cell. Now let's consider we have a cell with cytoplasm and nucleus. There are certain steps which basically all living organism on earth goes through. We have the DNA in the nucleus which contains all information. But this information needs to be decoded for the cell to work. So the DNA is transcribed to RNA. And this RNA stores all the information of the DNA and acts as a messenger for the information to be decoded. So now the RNA is decoded to protein by a process called translation. This protein now can perform various functions of our body. In case of RNA vaccine, the RNA molecule which has the information about the spike protein of SARS-CoV-2 is introduced in our body. Now this RNA molecule will be translated and produce the spike protein. Our immune system will recognize it as foreign particle. The immune system will thus produce antibody and memory cells and fight against this spike protein, and the immune system will keep themselves ready with the antibody and memory cells so that when we are infected with the actual virus, it can work much faster and in a much robust way. However, there are certain advantages of RNA vaccine and certain disadvantages. In traditional vaccine method, one has to grow and inactivate the virus. So, they have to work with the virus. While in RNA vaccine, you just need the genetic code of the virus and you are not growing the full virus. Traditional vaccine takes longer time to develop while RNA vaccines can be developed faster. However, till now there is no RNA vaccine approved. So, we really don't know about the long-term side effects of RNA vaccine. Moreover, RNA vaccine needs to be stored at much cooler temperature to prevent degradation. Now I will address two common myths about RNA vaccine. Will the RNA vaccine cause change in our DNA? And the answer is no. The RNA will stay in the cytoplasm and will be degraded after certain time. The next question lot of people ask, can the RNA produce the whole virus inside our body? Again, the answer is no. It is engineered in such a way that only spike protein part of the virus will be made. So, under no circumstances, the full virus will be made inside our body. Now that you know a little bit about RNA vaccine, let's talk about Pfizer, BioNTech and Moderna vaccine. First, let's talk about Pfizer BioNTech. The number of participants enrolled is around 43,000. Vaccine efficiency is 95%. 170 cases of COVID-19 was found, of which 162 was from placebo and 8 from vaccine group. Thus, it seems that the vaccine is 95% efficient. Efficiency was consistent among age, gender, race and ethnicity. 10 severe cases of COVID-19 was observed, 9 in the placebo group and 1 in the vaccine group. Dose: 2 doses are needed on day 1 and day 22. Storage and transport temperature is -70 degree plus -10 degree centigrade. Shelf life is 5 days at refrigerated temperature. Now let's see about the Moderna vaccine. The participants enrolled is 30,000. Vaccine efficiency is 94.5%. 95 cases of COVID-19 were found, of which 90 were from placebo and 5 were from vaccinated group, thus giving rise to a vaccine efficiency of 94.5%. Efficiency was consistent among age, gender, race and ethnicity. 11 severe cases of COVID-19 was observed and all of them were in placebo and none was found in the vaccinated group. Here also the dose is 2, but it has to be given on day 1 and day 29. Storage temperature is -70 degrees centigrade. However, shelf life is 2 to 8 degree for 30 days, -20 degrees centigrade for 6 months and 12 hours at room temperature. Based on the current scenario, the Pfizer BioNTech vaccine is expected to produce globally up to 50 million vaccine doses in 2020 and up to 1.3 billion doses by end of 2021. And for Moderna, they can deliver 500 million doses per year and possibly up to 1 billion doses per year beginning at 2021. And by 2020, Moderna expects to have approximately 20 million doses ready to ship in US. But what about the availability of the vaccine in India? Unfortunately, according to the news, currently India cannot afford the mRNA vaccine because of the storage temperature and more importantly because of the price. However, if it is possible to have a negotiable price, India might give a thought about it. That's it for today guys. If you found this video informative, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe my channel for more updates. Thank you.